This review is for the Perixx AX-2000 gaming headset. I did receive this in exchange for a review. I've spent quite some hours playing with this, played some Call of Duty. I've also listened to some music. I've also tried it with Skype, and in all of those applications it works exactly how you'd expect. It's not the most amazing sound quality I've ever heard from a pair of headphones. It's also by far not the worst. In terms of what comes in the box, you have your lovely box here. Inside the box you have the mic, the cable, the instructions, and the headphones themselves. This headphone stand is not included. So in order to set them up, you just take the mic, look at the bottom where it says, here's where the mic goes, and you plug it in. When you want to plug the headphones in, you take the 3.5mm plug it in on the other end, and when you flip it around, you actually have two 3.5mm plugs. The one with the green is for audio out, so your headphones out from your computer. The other is for microphone out from your computer as well. Before you buy these, just make sure that you have mic out capability. A lot of tablets come with headphone out, but they don't come with microphone out. So if you don't have the microphone out, you can still use it if your tablet has microphone capability, but then you're just using the built-in tablet capability, not the headphone or not the microphone that comes with this. In terms of quality for chat, headphone or the microphone seems to work just about as well as you would expect. In Skype, all of my call partners were able to hear me clearly, no problems there. When gaming in Call of Duty, people were able to hear me with no problems. And in terms of music playback, again, these are not the most beautiful sounding headphones I've ever heard, but they are not the worst sounding headphones either, by far. Especially given the price point. You don't necessarily expect high-end audiophile quality, but you do expect something good for what you're paying. And I'm happy to report that at this price point, this is actually a really nice sounding pair of headphones. In terms of the speakers inside of the headphones, these are 50mm drivers inside, so music playback, you can get some thump. I have found that if you want more thump, you kind of need to bump up the equalizer. Personally, I'm more of a neutral sound, so whatever the artist recorded, that's what I hope to hear. And I'm happy to report that what you get out of this is fairly neutral. So for the price point, it's actually a really nice pair of headphones with the added capability of having a built-in mic. One of the other nice features is that the mic itself this is a piece of bendable rubber. And inside, I don't know how well it'll come across in the video, but you can see where the cable is that actually connects to the microphone itself. And so it's not the most easily bendable thing, so you can get, and maybe not necessarily, you won't necessarily be able to get it into whatever position you absolutely have to have it in, but it is quite configurable in terms of how bendy it is and where you can actually place the mic for people to be able to hear you. The ear pads here they feel like memory foam. I'm not exactly sure what they're made out of. In long gaming sessions, I do wear glasses. There is some slight discomfort coming from my ears with the glasses. Unfortunately, with people who wear glasses, that's kind of an unfortunate side effect, that there's not a whole lot of headphones that won't eventually cause you some level of discomfort. And unfortunately, this pair of headphones is no different. But it is bearable, and I would say it probably took 3 or 4 hours before I actually started to feel it. You also have some of the same memory foam up here. Depending on the size of your head, however, that might be not necessarily enough to provide you with the comfort you're looking for. And the headphones themselves, as you can see, they have a little bit of play to them, so that they fit on your head better. The one thing that I did see in another review was that one of the guys was complaining that there's no hinge here to make it easier and more comfortable on your head as a whole. I have an average size head, so for me that's not such a big deal, but for someone who needs the extra headroom, no pun intended, this may not be the gaming headset that you're looking for. For everyone else, it sounds great. It it's a pretty, you know, it's a decent quality. They do tell you that it was designed in Germany. It is, however, manufactured in China. And the only other thing that I'd like to point out is that this cable is actually braided. So it's not the typical chintzy, cheap plastic, rubbery cable that you're used to playing with. You know, it maintains a shape better. It's easier to just place it somewhere and not have to worry about it bouncing back and things like that. You know, and overall, it's a nice cable. And the headset itself, I would recommend if you're looking for a gaming headset and you want one that sounds good and you don't have, you know, such a huge head, and if you wear glasses, you don't anticipate using it for more than a few hours at a time. I would definitely recommend these. I mean, you can't beat the price point. You can't beat the quality for the price point. And, you know, so overall, it's a nice quality pair of headphones. If you have any questions or would like to make a comment, please post them at the comment section in my end of my review. Thank you for watching.